result of my possibility planning sessions, our clients are experiencing increases to their income, mindset shifts, and making significant changes in each area of their lives in as little as 30 days. I'm looking for goal getters who are ready to plan with life possibilities and not with life probabilities, to dream big and watch their lives become completely unrecognizable because they said yes to themselves. Who do you know?
It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. It is okay to release the things. Because when we don't release it, I'm going to tell you what happens. You crash out. A lot of people are crashing out because they have not processed things. They're holding on to things and holding on to things. And it's building up and building up and building up. And then, boom, it's like a soda bottle shaking and shaking and shaking. And what's going to happen if you keep shaking that soda bottle? It's going to explode. That's what's happening when the crash out happens, right? It's things that are building up and it gets to the point where you can't take anymore. And everything just comes out. How it comes out, right? You know you're not at your best, so stop lying to you about you. You know you're not at your best, so stop lying to you about you. A lot of times we're lying to ourselves. You know you're not at your best. Stop lying to you about you. You don't have to be strong all the time. Give yourself permission to take a day off. Give yourself permission to take a day off. God will give you a season of refreshing. Look at where you are now. Look at where you are now. It's for somebody else to go. I don't know how I wrote this. God will not give you a season. God will give you a season of refreshing. Look at where you are now. It may not be the same for everybody else. So a lot of times, let me see, can I say it in another way? Sometimes we go through the season of nothing is happening. Like, he wants you to sit down somewhere. Nothing is going on. He don't want you to do nothing. He wants you to just sit and do nothing in this moment. That's why he's removing everything. I'm talking about me. He has removed everything. Nothing is the same right now. And you're in the season of go sit down somewhere. And that season is like, okay, well, how long I got to sit down? What's going to happen while I'm sitting here? Can I do something while I'm sitting down? And it's like, go sit down somewhere. Listen, I'm trusting the process. I'm surrendering my will to his will. Because sometimes we want things our way. And sometimes the things that we want are things he does not want for us. That's why it ain't working out, right? What's invisible, and this right here is the one that got me. On Sunday, I did something that logically did not make sense. And then I came home and I heard a word and I said, ooh, Lord, thank you for that confirmation. What's invisible shall be visible. It's already done. Now, it may not look like it right now. It may not look like it because what's invisible shall be visible. It's already done. Trust that. It's already done. And that's faith. That is faith doing things without having what you need to complete it, right? You just out there doing it like you got it like that, and you really don't. What's invisible shall be visible. It's already done. Oh, and this one right here, I've been hearing this in several rooms that I've been in. Take a closer look at your weaknesses. Take a closer look at your weaknesses, because I'm going to tell you something. That's where the attack is coming. That's where you're going to be attacked the most, in your weaknesses. What is your weakness? And I thought about that. I was on an interview and I was asked that. And I was like, wait a minute. Y'all all been talking. Because this question keeps coming up. This statement keeps coming up. And sometimes our weaknesses are where we're going to be attacked. You know that you need to ask for help. And you won't ask for help because for you, that's a sign of weakness, because there's a time when you ask somebody for some help and they couldn't do it. So you created this mindset of, I ain't gonna ask somebody for help. I'm just gonna figure it out. Or I'm just gonna go without. When all you gotta do is open your mouth, because you have not, because you ask not. So one of the weaknesses for me is asking for help. I'm talking about me right now. What's your weakness? What are your weaknesses? Make a list of your weaknesses. And I promise you're going to find out where you're being attacked. in those areas. That's all. What's your spiritual strategy for life? What is your spiritual strategy for life? Because we got strategies for everything, or do we? All right. What is your this is your homework. This is your CTA, your call to action. I want you to develop a spiritual strategy for your life. What does that look like? If you don't know what that even means, child, Google it. Google or go to AI and ask it to help you create a spiritual strategy. Because sometimes we know what we know, we don't know what we don't know, and it's okay. And I also want you to remember that the show must go on. The show must go on, and it will go on. And another thing that I heard this morning, let me add this to my lesson. Grace gives us the ability, and this is the definition of it. Grace is the ability and capacity and power to do what we have to do. That's grace. Grace. And then they tied it into that scripture, and I know we all have heard it. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Thy rod, thy staff comfort me. Thou art with me. He's with you. That's the thing. I think we forget that whenever we're going through the valley, because sometimes the valley feels like and seems like we're by ourselves. The truth is we're not. He is with us, and not only is he with us, he gives us the grace. And grace is the capacity, ability, and power to do what we have to do, to go through that valley, to walk through that dark valley. Like he is with us in that dark place. I have grace to proceed in the in the dark. You have grace to proceed in the dark. Look at you. You walking it, whether you know it or not. You're walking it. And there is a light at the end of that valley. There's a light at the end of that tunnel. You have to keep walking to see it, to get to it, don't you? You can't just stop and lay down there. And last night I was saying something also. And I said a lot of times when we're going through things, we like to say, oh, when things get better, I'm going to start doing this. When things get better, I'm going to start doing that. And the truth be told, do we really know when things are going to get better? Like, we don't. Excuse me. Things are not where I want them to be right now. But I'm not giving up. I'm still showing up. Giving you, serving for my overflow. That's it. That's what we do. It ain't about us. We're going through it so we can make it to the other side and we can help pull somebody else out, help guide them out with our light. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. The show must go on. The show must go on. Expressing your pain doesn't mean you don't have faith. Expressing your pain doesn't mean you don't have faith. I hope these lessons that I share with you will be a blessing for you. I'll see you in the next.